In this video, I'll be sharing 4 ways to identify an investment scam, also known as a Ponzi scheme. We'll be discussing 4 questions you should always ask before considering any new investment option. And by the end of the video, we'll apply these questions to one of the most popular Ponzi schemes we've observed in recent times and see how it holds up. A couple of years ago, Nigeria was in a recession. The oil money wasn't flowing and cash was scarce. Interest rates were low, and the few individuals that had some spare change were looking for ways to double or triple their money. Hence the introduction of unconventional investment schemes. There was the Give Help to Get Help crew, the Telegram groups, gold investors, and Bitcoin speculators. To make matters worse, the rates for money market funds dropped considerably, to the point where I was considering opening a savings account. Just kidding. I heard about a couple of interesting investments with unbelievable returns, like 30% a day, and a number of my friends got into some of them. I maintained my position. So long as you know what you're doing, it's fine. The moment you try to convince me that it's legit and not a Ponzi scheme, then we need to have the conversation. So let's have the conversation today. The conversation where I put a pin in that bubble and help you to differentiate a scam from a legit investment. So before I go on, I'd like to remind you to please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. I'll be making more videos on how to manage and grow your money, and I'm sure you don't want to miss them. Also, don't forget to click the little bell icon so you get notified immediately the next video is out. Done? Cool, let's get into it. The first and most important question to ask when someone offers you an investment opportunity is this: where is the value? In other words, how is the business generating money? What's the product being sold? What are you getting paid for? And who is really paying? There's a saying that nothing goes for nothing, and if you think you're not paying for a product, it's because you are the product. That's how a Ponzi scheme usually works. Generating money from people joining a scheme alone is not sustainable. The money has to be invested to turn a profit. You don't just put your money in a vault and have it returned with interest. A legitimate business needs to generate funds from its operations. For instance, a bank pays interest on your deposits because they charge interest from loans that they give to other people. Those people in turn, businesses and the likes, are able to pay interest from the profits that they generate. A company that pays dividends pays it from the profits that it makes from running its business. You earn on your investment in the money market because the government earns revenue from various sources. The question is, how does this new scheme generate its own returns? A scam would usually offer very high returns, but the details of how the business would generate the funds will be very hazy or difficult to understand. If the investment is in gold, are they buying the gold and selling it? To whom? How easy is it to buy and sell gold at a moment's notice? If the investment is in property, are they building to sell? Are they building to rent? Who's paying the rent? How often? Is it the same as the frequency that you expect to get your own returns? How easy is it to sell property at a moment's notice? Whatever venture you are investing in should not be so complex that you cannot understand it. There's a reason that Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, does not invest in businesses he doesn't understand. The second question I always ask is, what's the rush? Most scams would require you to invest immediately before the opportunity runs out. Don't pay attention to anyone that tries to pressure you into making a hurried decision. If an investment opportunity is genuine, you should be able to repeat it. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity is usually a thing of fables. If it is real, it can be replicated. If it can be replicated, it can wait. Never make a financial commitment in a rush. If the investment is not going to be available in another 2 or 3 months, there's a chance your money would have gone with it. Similar to the previous point, the third question to ask is, how long has this been going on? Most scams are usually new, as it is difficult to repeat the cycle for long. One of the longest running Ponzi schemes was the Bernie Madoff investment scandal. The scheme ran for over 35 years and was discovered because it became obvious that the returns were not real. They were literally too good to be true. Most scams will not last that long since there is no actual product or business offer, and they rely solely on the continuous inflow of funds from new or existing investors. Once the inflow slows down or more investors start to withdraw their funds, the whole setup collapses as there is no underlying asset. That's another reason why the Ben Madoff scandal did not survive the 2008 recession. The fourth and final question I normally ask when considering an unusual investment opportunity or when considering a new investment option is this publicly recognized as legit? While this in itself is not a guarantee, it helps when an investment opportunity is validated by a regulatory body. Most scams or Ponzi schemes have an air of secrecy about them. They are not registered with any institution and the returns are not insured in any way. Some will even warn you to only invest what you can afford to lose. That is an obvious red flag. If an investment is truly legit, the owners should have no qualms getting registered with the right regulatory bodies and sharing the information with you. My favorite kind of investment is usually insured.
And it's also good to know that other reputable companies or individuals are affiliated with such an investment.
Before we go, here's a quick word on multi-level marketing programs. A multi-level marketing scheme is a legitimate business that markets its products through a network of people. This kind of business is sometimes mistaken for a pyramid scheme, as it also requires you in most cases to recruit members. While I personally do not recommend this type of business, I'll tell you why some other time, it's important to differentiate between the two. The key difference goes back to my first point in this video. A multi-level marketing program usually has a product that is being sold. Even without recruiting new members, existing members can make money from selling the product. A pyramid scheme, however, relies entirely on new people joining the scheme. Without new members, the pyramid collapses. If you don't remember anything else in this video, remember this one thing. A legitimate business should have a product that is generating money for it. Be it a product and a service, there has to be a way that the business is generating money beyond just collecting actual funds from investors. So let's apply these questions to one of the most popular Ponzi schemes in recent times, MMM. With MMM, what was the product? None. There was no product. There was no service. Simply bring your money and we'll return it to you with massive interest. How? From other people's money. Question 2. What is the rush? The rush with MMM was that if you waited 6 months to invest, you've probably lost your money. While the scheme or scam has been perpetuated around different countries for years, it never lasts long in any particular country. And that's also directly linked to the third question. How long has this been going on? It's been going on for quite a while, but it's never sustained for long in any one country. And the final check, is it publicly recognized as legitimate? No. No regulatory body has ever certified MMM as legit. I'll leave a link in the description below to the history of MMM and you'll see how obvious a scam it was, yet people fell for it. Don't be led by greed or the fear of missing out. Ask these questions before committing your hard-earned funds to any new venture. So that's it. Those are the 4 ways to determine if an investment proposition is a scam or if it's not. If you found this video useful, please do 2 things for me. First, check out the links in the description for other useful resources. And then second, share the video with 2 people that you believe will find it useful. Have a lovely day. And remember, it's not the size of your income or your paycheck. It's how you use the money that counts. Toodles.